change is inevitable. We kind of settle into our lives, and then one day you realize that things aren't quite the way they used to be. But one of the great lessons that I've learned from nature is that in that process of transition, there is immeasurable beauty. Join us at a cliffside cabin overlooking the largest freshwater lake in the world. We'll be hiking up into the mountains and then down into the valley. And before this adventure is over, taking in one of the most iconic views in the state of Minnesota. This is Tiny Cabin Life. We're in the Superior National Forest in northern Minnesota, right on the edge of Lake Superior. We're staying at this beautiful A-frame cabin, which is perched up on the cliffs overlooking the Great Lake, and will serve as our home base for the upcoming adventure. This region is known as the North Shore, referring to 150 miles of shoreline from Duluth, Minnesota, up to the Canadian border. It's characterized by jagged cliffs, rocky coves, river gorges, and of course the vast forest that runs right up to the lake. It's also home to the Sawtooth Mountains, which is Minnesota's one and only mountain range. The plan for this trip is to hike up into those mountains to check out some of the beautiful fall colors, which are absolutely popping here in northern Minnesota. I'm starting off the day by whipping up some breakfast, and while I do, let me show you around the camp here. The cabin itself is a beautiful modern A-frame with everything that you could possibly want. There's a fire ring, and even a sauna, which is a big part of the northern culture up here. Of course, there's a deck on the front as well for eating meals outside or just staring out over the lake. The inside is gorgeous with floor-to-ceiling windows providing tons of natural light and, of course, stunning views. There's a dining room table, living area, and of course a full kitchen. There are 2 bedrooms in the cabin, one downstairs and one up in the loft. But I think the biggest luxury for me in this cabin is the full bathroom with shower. It's definitely a rare treat for us as we're used to kind of roughing it a little bit more than this.
Well, I've got a nice little breakfast sandwich here to start the day. Just some sausage, egg, and cheese. Very simple, but oh, it's gonna hit the spot. Oh, it's very, very good. This sausage has jalapeno in it, and man, oh man, is it delicious.
After breakfast, it was time to get out and start this adventure. Our first stop is the Superior Hiking Trail, where we're going to hike up into the mountains to check out one of the most beautiful views in the area.
Really excited to get out on this hike. The fall colors up here are really starting to pop, and this trail should give us some beautiful views of them. Oh yeah, and for those of you who were there for my trip out to Wyoming about a month ago, you would have seen that my daughter Olivia sent me along with one of her buddies, Mr. Quacker's younger brother. His name is Mick Quackers. Well, on this trip, she sent me along with Mr. Quacker Sr. This is the older brother, and he's been around since the beginning, ever since she was born. So this is quite an honor to have Quacker Sr. out on this trip. All right, everyone, I want to take a quick moment to show you one of the coolest partnerships that we've ever had on this channel. This is the Sunseeker X7 Pro, a completely autonomous lawnmower. That's right, it mows the lawn all by itself. Ever since we lost my dad, I've been helping my mom with yard work and other chores around her house. But ever since we got this thing, that job has become so much easier. The Sunseeker X7 Pro makes lawn mowing a breeze. Its AO Navi navigation system keeps it always on target, and with Vision AI technology, it will avoid up to 200 obstacles in its path. Features floating cutting systems and soft friction steering for a well-maintained lawn. And its permanent magnetic motor all-wheel drive supports 5% power increase and can climb hills up to 35 degrees. Oh yeah, and its dual cutting discs cover up to 14 inches. That's pretty good. Olivia, do you like the robot? Yeah. He's cool. And this thing can tackle a pretty large lawn. We're talking up to 1.5 acres. And it also has a very wide cutting range from 0.8 all the way up to 4 inches. The coolest part to me is how it will automatically return to its charging station when it's done. Having the Sunseeker X7 Pro has been an absolute game changer for me, allowing me to be so much more efficient while I help out my mom. So if you're looking to take some of the work of lawn care off of your plate, consider checking it out. I have a link in the description of this video. And with that, I want to thank Sunseeker for sponsoring this video. We're hiking a less traveled section of the Superior hiking trail up to an area called Fantasia Overlook. It's a moderately steep ascent up into the Sawtooths and offers incredible views of Lake Superior, as well as the inland forest, which at this moment is just popping with color. Well, we are out on the trail and the colors are already beautiful. The sunlight coming through the leaves is just casting this beautiful golden hue. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, wow. Well, you can definitely see from this overlook that we've already come up a little bit in elevation. We have so much more to go, but it's kind of encouraging to see Lake Superior all the way down there and us all the way up here. Man, these birch trees are magnificent. They're some of the prettiest ones out here during the fall. We started to gain some significant elevation. And as we did so, the leaves began to change more and more. Man, it seems like the colors are getting more vibrant as we climb higher up in the hills here. There seems to be more leaves on the ground, and the ones that are up in the trees are either gold or red. And it's absolutely mesmerizing. Finally, we turned onto a spur trail which would take us up to the overlook. And as we climbed higher, the trees began to thin out as we made our way out onto the exposed ridgeline. This final push here is unbelievable. We just popped out onto the cliffside and it's panoramic views in all directions. The
final stretch of the trail brings you back into the forest, and at this elevation, the leaves are basically at peak color.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
The overlook here is absolutely stunning, with a kaleidoscope of color painting the mountainside, and exposed rock towering above the beaver pond below. It was given the name Fantasia for the dreamlike views that you get of not only the inland forest here, but the valley leading out towards Lake Superior.
Well, you can really see why they call this overlook Fantasia. There is just color everywhere. The blue in the water, the green in the pines, and then of course the yellow, gold, and red in the leaves that are changing. We are up on a sheer cliff too. I mean, when you come up to the edge here and look over, you can see that it's about 100 feet straight down. I think this is certainly one of the fewer visited destinations here in the Sawtooth Mountains. And I think that just speaks volumes about how beautiful this area is. The fact that we have a place this gorgeous all to ourselves is, it's just mind-blowing.
After coming down the mountain, I decided that we might as well stop by the nearby Illgen Falls. It's supposed to be a pretty impressive waterfall on the Baptism River, and could be a nice spot for Ellie to cool off after the long hike. The Baptism River here is about 8 miles long. It begins up in the highlands of the Finland State Forest and cuts through rugged ridges of ancient volcanic rock before emptying out into Lake Superior. The river valley here is one of the most beautiful in all of the North Shore and makes up the heart of Tedagoosh State Park.
It's amazing, even for being so late in the season, there's still a ton of water flowing through the Baptism River. And I have to imagine the view over the falls there is incredible. We're gonna have to head down there and check that out. Oh my God! Wow! Now that is a waterfall. Oh my gosh. From this vantage point, you can really see how much water is flowing through here. Hundreds of gallons just pouring over this cliffside every single second.
The falls here are about 40 feet tall and are characterized by a single plunge over dark volcanic rock into a deep, rugged gorge. And while it seems like it'd be a good place to go for a dip, it's actually pretty dangerous because of the currents and the slippery rock. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful view and just an incredible spot to take a few moments to sit and reflect. Back at the cabin, we took a little time to relax. I always seem to have this tendency to want to just keep moving from one activity to another. But sometimes I gotta just take a moment to lean back and shut my eyes for a bit. Eventually, though, we got up to head out for one last adventure of the day. We're heading down to the coast of Lake Superior at Split Rock Lighthouse State Park. It's not only a beautiful stretch of shoreline, but is one of the most iconic destinations in the state of Minnesota. There she is. Split Rock Lighthouse. Split Rock Lighthouse is easily one of Minnesota's most iconic landmarks. It was built in 1909 and stands about 168 feet above Lake Superior. The lighthouse was built after a massive storm on November 28, 1905, which wrecked or damaged nearly 30 ships on Lake Superior. The The location here was chosen due to dangerous reefs and sheer cliffs in this section of the coast, which made navigation very treacherous.
What an absolutely beautiful structure. And to be posted up on top of that cliffside is just, man, it's iconic. This is easily one of the most recognized views in our state.
Back at the cabin, it was finally time to wind down for the night and enjoy a little campfire.
It always just feels so good to be able to kick back by the fire at the end of the day. Ellie is absolutely wiped out. Kind of starting to realize that she can't quite do what she used to be able to do. These longer, more strenuous hikes really have started to take a toll on her. And so unfortunately, I think next time I do something really, really long, anything longer than what we did this morning, probably have to leave her back at the cabin. It's definitely a little sad, but you know, it's just how life goes. I think eventually we'll get another young pup that Ellie can train in, and Ellie can spend the rest of her days just relaxing at the cabin.
After the campfire, it was finally time to make dinner.
Dear God, thank you for an amazing day. Bless this food and help us to be safe tonight. Amen. Well, I decided to go with another sandwich, mainly because I'm just so tired, you guys. But it looks amazing. This is a bacon grilled cheese, and I'm looking forward to diving in. Look at all of that bacon and cheese. Oh my gosh, is it good.
You look like a man trying to catch a subway at 5 o'clock. You always look like somebody's squeezing you through a door. What do you do to sleep at night, Jackie? Hide in the locked closet?
Now look, George, I'm not knocking you, and I don't see why you all the time gotta knock me. All I'm asking from you is...
The Twilight Zone just always seems fitting when I'm out at a cabin. These episodes are so great, and they're always kind of like thought-provoking too, which is what I really like.
Kill him? You want me to kill him?
You're the one, Jackie.
George, I can get sent up for just carrying that thing.
They always have great character actors in them too. Like, well, really both of these guys, but George especially.
Dutch Jackie, I don't care where from. You get them under the bed, you buy them from a vendor, you grow them in a pot, I don't care, but you get them and you do the job.
This guy is fantastic.
Go to that bar at 2 o'clock. You be there when he's about to lock up.
George! George! George, please, George!
All right, it is time to hit the hay. Today was awesome, but I am very, very tired, so I'm going to get some sleep. But see you guys bright and early in the morning. Good night. Good morning, girl. How are you doing? This trip was exactly what I needed. There was nothing overly ambitious about it, but was more so a leisurely stroll through everything that makes this area special. We were able to climb high up into the Sawtooths and witness the beautiful display of fall colors, then trek down into the valley to see the fullness of nature's power. We did get to walk the rocky coastline and take in one of the most iconic views in our state. But I think the most life-giving part of this experience to me was being able to just sit back and relax at the cabin.
I want to give a special shout out to our patrons who generously donate to this channel, but again, all of you who support us either through just watching the videos or commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. It means the world to us, and I'm so grateful to be able to come out and do this on a weekly basis and get to share it with you all. I'm on a little bit of a road trip right now. Basically, I'm going out to film 4 episodes in a row so that I can take about a month off from filming to spend more time at home with the family. So I'm headed out next in the micro cabin here, and we're going to another spot here on the North Shore. So it's going to be an awesome adventure. So hopefully you'll come back next week for that one. But for now, it's time to pack out of this beautiful cabin so we can hit the road. We'll see you next week. God bless.